This week on Total Outdoor Pursuit, we're going to be stalking swine with the old bow and arrow. That's right, stick and string. We're going to slip and slide, see if we can't get close enough to these hogs to try and get a shot. The wind is unpredictable, the leaves are crunchy, and these hogs may just outsmart us. Well, I've got to admit, when Jason called me up and said, hey, I'd like to go out hog hunting in Missouri, I instantly started thinking this must be a preserve. Hunting at preserves is definitely a very controversial subject, and typically I'm not really into it at all. However, when it comes to hogs, for some reason, I don't care if they're in somebody's backyard. I'm going after them. I love pork. I love shooting pork. I figured, what the heck? He's been there several times before and said it's just really a cool hunt and way more challenging than most people would think. So I said, well, you know what? I'll go ahead and give it a try since it's pork. So we arrived at Stone Creek just chomping at the bit, ready to hunt. Jason said, let's grab the bow and the camera and hit the woods. We told the wives, hey, come with us, because as soon as we shoot a hog, we'll put a gun in your hands and we'll let you shoot one too. Well, it didn't quite work the way we thought it was going to. An hour later, we finally stumbled across our first pig.
Got a hole right down there. About 100 yards away. He's starting to ease in this way. If he gets too close, he's going to catch our wind, so we're going to have to try and get in front of him a little bit somehow.
We could just barely see him through the woods. Never actually got the camera on him, tell you the truth, but he was probably about a 250 pounder. Big black hog. Trying to slip the wind, working the wind with him, and just vanished along with the women.
Well, we not only managed to lose the hog,
We've lost the girls.
we left him in the woods. We said, wait here. The big bad hunters are going to go hit the woods and kill that pig. 20 minutes later.
Still don't know where they're at.
Yeah. All right. I got to be around here somewhere.
Well, the next morning we woke up, no hogs in the bag. We decided we better pull in some help, and we asked Justin if he would come out and help us. Justin Hoffman owns Stone Creek Hunting Ranch in Missouri, and it's 500 acres of the thickest, deepest hollers and hills and woods that you can imagine to put hogs in, and getting up on these hogs is no easy task. Now, you can hunt bait, you know, out of stands and stuff like that, and if you do that, your chances are multiplied greatly, but we wanted to go out with the old stick and string on foot and see if we can get close enough. And I'm telling you what, it was a heck of a lot more challenging than I figured it would be. As a matter of fact, I've been on a lot of free-range hog hunts that were way less challenging than this was. I mean, it's not really that easy to walk through the woods and film at the same time. It's not like chewing bubblegum and walking. Sorry, Justin, we'll address the shotgun hole in the bait barrel in the next episode.
Yeah, Justin, this might be the first time you've heard of that, but I'm a little nervous about telling you, so in case you're watching, patch kit, well, it's in the mail. You should be getting it just about any time.
Lottie, you got some splaining to do. Check out Total Outdoor Programming on YouTube for more great tips and tactics on hunting, fishing, camping, grilling, trophy field care, taxidermy tips, and even more. Plus, you can watch full episodes of Total Outdoor Pursuit and even extras, outtakes, and bloopers off the cutting room floor.
Come on, Rock! You're a bum! You're a bum, Rock!
Here they come! Here they come!
Are they?
Be sure to subscribe and join in on the conversations. Check it out at youtube.com/Total Outdoor.
You can get a hold of the Total Outdoor Pursuit and Total Outdoor Programming team through social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest updates on where we're at and what we're chasing. We love hitting the road and trying new things. If you excel at any type of hunting or fishing, whether you're a professional guide or just average Joes like us, and you would like to be part of an episode teaching us what you know, send us an email at totaloutdoorpursuit@gmail.com and maybe you'll be in a future episode.
If you want to put more furs on the stretcher, be sure to check out A New Approach to Coyote Trapping and A New Approach to Coon Trapping by Jason Hauser. Jason has filled these books with his decades of experience trapping for a living. As an outdoor writer for numerous major hunting and trapping magazines, the information is clear, concise, and packed full of great tips and lessons learned. For a new perspective on trapping techniques, check out A New Approach to Coyote Trapping and A New Approach to Coon Trapping by Jason Hauser. We're easing through the woods as quiet as we can. All of a sudden Justin looks over and notices a hog's nest. Yeah, hogs will actually go out there and root a big pile of leaves up together and lay down in the middle of it. It actually looks like some kind of bird nest laying on the ground. He noticed the hog nest laying there and said, let's slip in, see if we can get within range.
Put a stalk on these hogs.
There hadn't been rain in this area for several weeks. The leaves were all on the ground from the past winter and just dry as could be, crunchy. I mean, 3 men trying to sneak through that towards a hog is just not an easy task. Well, we made it to 18 yards, really closing the distance, waiting for a good shot, and all of a sudden the arrow falls off of the arrow rest. The noise wakes the hog up. He starts looking around just a little bit. All of a sudden the wind shifts towards his direction and he was gone. I knew hogs were fast, but I had no clue they were that fast. I've seen quail that are easier to hit than that one.
I knew when he stuck his ear up that the game was over. 15 yards top right here. Alright, that's hog hunt. Starting to call hog hunt. I got one, that's nothing.
Well, we screwed up the first stalk, got close, just didn't happen, so now it's time to hit the wood stalking again. About an hour later, we come across another group of hogs, and they hadn't seen us yet. Hogs really don't have good eyesight. Now, their noses, on the other hand, are, most people say, better than whitetails. So you have to play that wind right. Slipping in, getting closer. Once again, that light wind shifts, off they go. So we stand up to take off, see if we can't get in front of that group somehow. Next thing you know, there's another group of hogs right in front of us in a little dip we hadn't even seen. Hey, I mean, it's not easy crawling with the camera either. Stony Creek Wildlife Studio is a full-service taxidermy studio specializing in game heads, life-size mammals, fish, and birds. Our goal is to recreate your trophy in a way that not only makes you proud to display it, but also pays tribute to the awesome animals that we respect so much as outdoorsmen. Attention to detail, experience, and creativity go into every mount we work on. For more information, check us out at stonycreektaxidermy.com.
You can get a hold of the Total Outdoor Pursuit and Total Outdoor Programming team through social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest updates on where we're at and what we're chasing. We love hitting the road and trying new things. If you excel at any type of hunting or fishing, whether you're a professional guide or just average Joes like us, and you would like to be part of an episode teaching us what you know, send us an email at totaloutdoorpursuit@gmail.com and maybe you'll be in a future episode.
Check out Total Outdoor Programming on YouTube for more great tips and tactics on hunting, fishing, camping, grilling, trophy field care, taxidermy tips, and even more. Plus, you can watch full episodes of Total Outdoor Pursuit and even extras, outtakes, and bloopers off the cutting room floor.
Come on, Rock! You're a bum! You're a bum, Rock!
Here they come! Here they come!
What are they?
Be sure to subscribe and join in on the conversations. Check it out at youtube.com/totaloutdoor. So we stand up to take off, see if we can't get in front of that group somehow. Next thing you know, there's another group of hogs right in front of us in a little dip we hadn't even seen. The wind's in our favor, but these hogs know something's up. Talk about bad timing. Just as Jason turns around to look back at us, the hogs stand up and take off.
Would have had a good 2 or 3 second window to let an arrow fly. Would have been a slam dunk shot, but I wasn't ready. I lost my focus. Part of hunting, I reckon.
Well, round 2, hogs win. Keep at it. About 2 or 3 hours later, we're slipping and sneaking through the woods. Suddenly we come across another group. This time there's actually 3 little groups of hogs in the thick bedding area, a lot of thick pines, and I'm telling you what, if we were going to get in position, it was going to be tough enough, and then trying to get a shot once we got there was going to be even harder.
We were stuck. If we wanted to get any closer with the bow, I needed to be within 25, 30 yards. But the only option we had was to get down and low crawl.
High and a little far back.
Keep an eye on him. Got him.
Hold on.
Just shot a small little hog here. A little high, a little far back, but I think he's gonna go down right over there. I see him.
Is that him kicking?
He's walking in
Oh,
slow.
I see him. I see him. He's got blood pouring out his shoulder.
Yeah.
Good shot, man.
It's high. Your left and right is fine. I think you're just high. I'm hoping you caught the top of the lung. Unless the main thing is
don't disturb the group, because if they take off running, they're going to pull him with them.
Okay.
So we're just going to sit here a minute and keep an eye on him. There's some pretty good black ones down there. You want to shoot Lotties?
No.
You want to shoot Marty's?
No.
What about Amy's?
Yes.
So when that sow presented a shot, by the time I got my bow drawn back, she stepped out in the opening. I let an arrow fly. Unfortunately, I was just a tad high. Well, we was finally able to find the hog I shot. Took a little bit more trailing than we had hoped. Shot the hog a little high.
Well, we could have left it at that and just made it look like it was a successful shot, and you know, just took us a little bit longer to trail it. And that's what sometimes people will do on these shows, but that's not really what happened. The truth of the matter is that shot was just a little bit high. That hog was in about the 25-yard mark. He was shooting as if it was 30, and it just sailed a little bit too high up on that hog. It hit that no man's land, that air pocket like Justin's talking about.
There had to be about 15 there.
Black one right too. Well, he eventually bleed out right here, right?
If he's hit good, I'm worried about it being too high.
You guys still seeing him standing?
And they're always circled him.
Jason was extremely depressed. We sat there and waited until the hogs left and tried to find some blood, but it just wasn't in a spot that's going to leave a bunch of blood, especially on a hog that's got extra fat inside its skin.
I guess that best case scenario, you cut the top of one lung. You went right up, you could have air pocketed him. Went right below the spine and right above the freaking lung. And that sucks.
Yep.
So we got back to the lodge, and Justin said, hey, you know what? Why don't we grab a gun, take the women hunting with us, and let's see if we can slip in the direction that they ran and kind of come in towards where they're heading, just in case. You know, never know if you might come across them again. Luckily enough, we're slipping in, trying to get one of the girls in position. All of a sudden, we see Hogs. He starts looking and says, I think that's the same group. Is it? So Justin asked if it'd be all right to take the rifle and slip up by himself just to make sure they don't spook and take off and shoot that hog before they got away. Justin managed to slip up there, got in position, one shot in the head, dropped that hog, and man, I'm telling you what, talk about a relief.
Awesome.
Justin, if you want to explain where proper shot placement on a hog would be?
Well, like I said, your left and right was pretty good. You want to hit it about in here. The heart sits right in here, and the lungs will probably come out to here. So I'd say you went right below the spine and right above the lungs. So if anything, you want to keep it a little on the lower side. Their heart sits down on their sternum.
Or a headshot.
Or a headshot if you're not going to mount it.
Right.
Not the biggest hog ever, but it was a very hard worked for, well-earned hog, and we were just happy to see that it was finally down.
Well, we was able to recover this hog. That's the important thing. It's an old dried up sow, but the only thing she's going to be good for is sausage. But it'll be good in our freezer. I'm glad we found her. Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.
You know, it looks like these were smaller hogs, but during the 2 days that we're there, we saw probably 20 hogs that were 200 plus pounds. We just couldn't get close enough to get a shot on them. They were smart. The accommodations were just amazing. He had an awesome lodge for us to stay in, and they spoiled us with the meals every day. Just great food.
You know, we had a good time. We worked hard for the hogs that we got. We enjoyed ourselves, made good friends, enjoyed good food. We'll definitely be back.
So check out Stone Creek Hunting Ranch in Missouri. It's a great place. We had a lot of fun. We'll put the website on the screen so you can get a hold of Justin, line up a hunt, and great pork to bring back and fill the freezer up with. So great place. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week on Total Outdoor Pursuit. Total Outdoor Pursuit is also brought to you by these great sponsors. We've got to use the wind, stalking. We've got to use wind and stealth to our...
I'm kind of a flustered mess right now. Do I look okay?
We've got to play the wind and use... We got to use great... Next week on Total Outdoor Pursuit, we're going to be heading down to Fort Myers, Florida. We're going to be going out deep sea fishing 50 miles off the coast with Captain Ryan and Captain Trevor from Southern Instinct Charters. Going after grouper, snapper, barracuda, sharks, you name it. If it's down there and biting, we're going to try and catch it. Oh yeah, and by the way, we have a bet riding on this one. Whoever ends up catching the biggest fish is the winner, and the losers have a little bit of embarrassment coming for them.